So after we create React Native app, with the CLI and we download everything else, of course you can use Expo, but we're going to use the simulators on this course. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to the terminal and I'm going to kill the process for Expo. It's Control-C. And then I'm going to do clear, just going to get rid of everything. Now to run simulators, the first step is going to be converting all the structure right here to a more raw state. So what we're going to do, we're going to do eject. Again, if you know React for Web, you can eject and you can convert the project structure. Well, this is the same idea. We're going to do eject. So if you're using NPM, you need to do NPM. I'm using yarn. So I'm going to do yarn, then run and eject. It's going to take a few seconds. I'm going to press enter. And okay, right here, after you run the eject, it's going to ask you 3 different questions. How would you like to eject from the create React Native app? And right here, it will give you 3 options: React Native, Expo Kit, and cancel. So the one we want is the React Native, the first one. I would like a regular React Native project. So I'm going to press enter on that one, and then the second question comes in. What should your app appear as on the user home screen? So I should always recommend to use the same project name you're using. I'm using project 0, so I'm going to say project and then 0, just like this. I'm going to press enter. What should your Android Studio and Xcode project be called? Again, and right here, it's giving you a suggestion of project 0. So again, you should use the same name, project and then 0. I'm going to press enter, and it's going to start ejecting everything. It's going to take a couple minutes. So after it's done, if you take a look at the project structure you have here, I'm going to remove the Expo. We don't really need it. I'm going to delete it. You get the Android and the iOS folder. So this is why we are doing the eject. If I open the Android, you're gonna get a lot of files, and the same thing for iOS. So at the end, when you're done creating your application, you're gonna send this to the Android place where you're gonna put your application, right? And this is what the Android phone is gonna be using. And the same thing with the iOS. The iOS is gonna be using this one. So most of the times, of course, we need to do a lot of changes right here. And with the Android, most of the times you're gonna do the changes. We're gonna do the changes on the files right here. But on iOS, it's not really the same. We need to use a different place. We don't do it manually. For Android, we do it, and iOS, we don't do it. So again, we have 2 platforms, Android and iOS. So to use the simulators, because this is the next step, we need to download the simulators, download the programs and everything else. And we're going to start with Android. And remember, you can use Android, you can run an Android simulation from your Mac computer, and you can run an iOS simulator. You can run both. And on Windows, you can only run Android. Right. So on the next section, we're going to start downloading all the packages and everything else to run a simulator, an Android simulator, all right? And then on the other one, of course, is going to be only for Mac users because we're going to use Xcode. Now let's go to the next section and download the Android Studio to use to create a simulation.